Good evening. My name is Vityuk, and I want to talk to you about creating a future-thinking generation by making changes in our current education system. Take a look at these pictures. These are some pictures from around the world of humans using up resources, polluting the air, some failures that have caused major catastrophic pollution events, places where we put our garbage when we're done with it. This is the result of previous generations making blind choices, living in the moment and not thinking about the future. I believe humanity needs a new generation of thinking that will always keep in mind that sometimes scientific advancements are not suitable for the world to handle just yet. This type of thinking will help avoid progress traps, as pointed out by Ronald White, and help slow down the pace of humanity while keeping the earth healthy and free of human stress. I believe that by changing the education system at different levels to promote forward thinking, we will be able to successfully create a forward thinking generation. The change in education should begin with grade school kids. It must begin with the basics and games that kids respond to positively. Things such as teaching children chess, a game that is highly based on thinking of at least a few turns ahead of time in order to be successful. By middle school, these games can become more advanced, as children begin to be able to think at more complicated levels, creating games that challenge children to be able to put themselves in other people's shoes or to predict the outcome of some sort of event or chain of events. By the time high school comes around, the students would have been exposed to this forward thinking for a number of years, and they can begin to apply it at basic levels. Introducing basic real-life case studies in topics where the students have a good understanding of what is going on would be a great tool to teach them how to pinpoint various cause-effect relationships. Much of this education step should be focused on educating the students to use their predicting skills to pinpoint the problems or negative outcomes, not to think about the solutions just yet. Post-secondary education is the last step in this education reform. At this point, the puzzle comes together, and the students learn how to look at real-life case studies, pinpoint the negative effects or outcomes, and learn to think of ways to mitigate or eliminate them. At this stage, questions like, what are the negative effects of this process? What can you do to mitigate each of these effects? How can you eliminate some of these effects? These questions should be constantly asked to form a forward-thinking generation. I believe that the first steps in environmental rehabilitation, environmental engineering, and sustainability have already been taken. Now it is up to us to help teach the coming generations to not make the same mistakes as us, continue to change the world into a more sustainable one, and most importantly, always look a few steps ahead of time. Thank you.